Okay, the recording started, and suddenly I need the bathroom. So, somebody pick up the recap.
In a world where
petty arrest run rampant.
In a world where war criminals decide the best thing to do is go looking for instruments,
yeah.
someone who works too hard and gets paid too less catches them on the backstage of a school assembly room. and calls the police. The other police.
You know what? That's actually serviceable. Good job, Ed.
I can't believe she would Karen us like this. Just calling the cops on the foreigners, huh?
Yes, the armed
It's not because we're
foreign-
foreign, it's because we're poor.
The
What's the
foreigners.
difference?
The foreigners. Take the foreigners to the coroners.
Got us.
That'll teach us for being poor.
Yeah, it will.
So-
Although, you're not poor.
And he has assets.
You
Samson
literally
has
have like
so
4
much
platinum
money.
worth of stuff on you right now. Shut up.
Those are assets.
Yeah, that's just like lottery money. It's not an income.
It was a windfall.
Yeah. An untaxed windfall. So, both plot lines are at a startable point. Do we go to Nim at her headmaster, or Samson and Hyala clicking a gilded cup against the bars, or something?
I thought we were starting when Nim got there.
I don't remember what we said last week. You're asking your own.
Yeah, it was that they were gonna start at the cell.
Then, fair enough.
Well, yeah, we were starting at the cell, but were we gonna start when Nim was getting us out of jail?
Yeah.
Or were we gonna start on Samson's Jailhouse Blues on the harmonica?
Do we want Samson to perform on a musical instrument, or do we want Samson to be walking out of the cell? It kind of sounds like what we've boiled this to. I am game for either, which is why I asked the question.
Can we judge it by this performance role?
You know what? I think that's as fair as any. Leave it up to the dice. Samson, roll me performance. Get another performance on your musical exploits.
That's like the least bad performance role I think I've had in the year of our Lord 2022.
So look at you, progress.
Yep. For ladies and gentlemen at home, with a +3, he got a 14. So you managed. Yeah, well, I guess that means you want to start with Samson actually performing on the harmonica, since you didn't roll like crap.
You know, I forgot those were the terms because I was just expecting it to fail and we skipped to when we're out of the prison.
Literally, out of his mouth, out of his mind.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way this will be good, so I should just get used to the fact that we're gonna get out of jail.
It would
Fair
be.
enough.
It would have been really funny if the whole time they were in the cell together, Sims was just blaring on his harmonica and Hell is just like sitting there trying to be supportive.
As he's just getting more red-faced, as he's just like fluster crying into the harmonica that he can't get it.
Good job, honey. You're
It's
doing great.
horrible! Oh my god, why can't I hit a note?
Honestly, Hyala would be like, it probably annoys the guards, so I support it.
As Hyala stuffed something in her ears. Just gives him like 2 thumbs up.
Yeah. Louder.
Okay.
Do it an octave higher.
What's an octave?
Blow harder.
But yeah, no, a little stage setting while you figure out what you want to describe your performance as. So the
So I
rest,
assume we're just in a cell together.
yeah. When you the trip over there wasn't that long. It's kind of like towards the end of the campus, just starting to be like it borders the protective wall. Possibly even goes through it. That's for me to decide at a later point.
So
That's a problem for future me. So it gives them access both to,
here, or is it like over here on this side?
could literally future me is going to decide if it ever becomes majorly important. Like, for example, you see the little triangles. It could literally be like one of the Bastilles. I don't have pings here. That's a roll 20 thing.
Oh, like one of the ramparts or something like that?
Yeah, because those on the maps are supposed to represent, like, towers, bastilles, etc., etc. Anyway. So, it's a relatively common trip. And when you actually get there, it's not what you're expecting. As in, it's not exactly... You know, it's not like a hotel suite, but it's also not a prison either. The cell you're put into is pretty spacious. It's well cleaned. The sitting area is at
Not
least
for long.
comfortable. There is, you know, a place that has a shower with only a curtain. A well curtain, but you figure that that's probably so if they look into the cell, there's not a way for somebody to be hiding, doing anything that they shouldn't be doing, because, you know, it's between figuring out what the fuck's going on and moving actual criminals who are trying to be malicious to where they need to be.
Are there some actual criminals here for us to give hugs to?
Not that you know of. I'm not sure why. When I say actual criminal, I mean like a fucking murderer, so I'm not exactly sure why you want to give a psychopath or somebody who's...
I thought they were going to a holding cell, not prison.
Well, I guess this is just the in-between for, like...
I feel like you wouldn't put a murderer with someone who did, like, jaywalking.
Hence why I'm saying there's not anyone here that obviously fits the description. And hence why I'm also
murdered the law of
confused.
since jaywalking.
I murdered the laws of gravity.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and Samson decides to kind of pass the time until things get figured out a little bit more to strike up a tune.
Yeah. He'll either, like, be playing his harmonica or talking to Yala.
Plays his harmonica and or talks to Yala.
Hey, make her play F the police.
No, he talks to Yala and plays Mark. Hey, Diablo, how are you doing?
My powers, I harness the funny.
Nothing more to that? Samson just plays harmonica and talks to Yala?
Yeah.
Fair enough. What time should it be about now? Let's say that it took you... get out of measuring stick.
It would be 6 hours from when Nim started talking about her thing.
And then start talking about her thing a little after we got there. And I think we got there, in the morning, didn't we?
Yeah, should be.
So, like, if we got there, I think we got there around 10, so it'd probably be about 4 when Nim comes to get us.
Something like that.
I think we said, our whole excursion was about 3 hours, so we would have put in there around 1.
Yeah,
Around 1.
it would have taken like 2 hours to get from around where you were in the academy to where they were taking you. So probably about like an hour or so of sitting in the cell. You hear the sound of shoes clicking down the hallway. Nim just comes skirting up in front of the bars. Shay, that's
Hello.
your cue.
Yellow waves.
Shay!
And Nim
That's
comes
you.
skirting up in front of the bars.
Sup? How you doing? I had to step out for a sec, that's why.
Been better.
Been worse.
That too.
Also, I meant that above game, but sure, let's go with it. Because you guys seem to be getting it twisted with Nim's different personas, so I'm gonna give her a shitty British accent. I'm telling you guys this ahead of time. So you tell them apart, at least somewhat.
So wait, Nim normally just speaks with a shitty British accent?
No, this isn't Nim, remember?
This is her boring persona.
Actually, yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Yay.
realize she would have changed back when she was with Miguel again, but hey, sure.
Remember?
So, yeah.
There was a whole
I don't. It's been like 2 weeks since that.
There was a whole
discussion
thing of where she actually specifically said, you should probably change. And so Dim's like, I was already on it, homie.
happened. Oh, well, now I remember. Thank you for jogging my memory.
Yeah, so Nim doesn't look like Nim, and I don't think you guys have seen the schoolgirl one, except from the back. No, Nim walked out like this, so Nim's fine. You've seen her.
Yeah. We know the boring girl.
The
Who
blunt.
we don't know is the old lady who I assume is accompanying her.
Yeah, at a slower clip, you hear another set of footsteps. It's like, oh, I see you must have found them. Good job. Hello there. Sorry about all of this.
How do you do?
I do splendid, and hopefully this containment wasn't too bad on your back. I have argued that they should in fact put better seating, but then there's the actual bureaucracy to deal with, so... And she kind of
Honestly,
just rolls her eyes.
this little cell is better than some of the places back home.
And she kind of gives a small smile, then looks at both of you as like, so what no one has been able to figure out, and I must admit my curiosity is piqued. Why were you backstage in the auditorium?
Oh, we wanted to try out some instruments.
I see your description was very apt, Miss Hart. As she will put a hand on Nim's shoulder. Your attention to detail is remarkable.
Thanks. Wait.
And the same squire that was with the group that took you in will actually show up with the keys and start undoing the lock on the gate. And what?
Oh no, nothing. Kayla was just like, man, how funny would it be if I just like did that thing where I like jolt at him for a second just to watch him jump? She doesn't do it. She just thinks about it.
What if I spook the intern?
You gotta spook the interns. But yeah, she steps out once it's opened up.
And Samson will follow.
So, does Nim want to take point leading you all out, or
She should.
Does Nim what?
you want to take point leading them out? Is Nim enthusiastic enough for that, or is she just gonna wait until McGilligan starts escorting?
Now McGilligan knows the process. Nim doesn't deal with jail.
Fair enough. So McGilligan gesturing for you three to come on, follow her. We'll start walking out. And while you have time to talk between yourselves, you'll notice that as she's passing, there's paladins running around doing their business, usually stopping and greeting her, some busying her with questions. Almost like she plays more of a hand than you would have thought in the actual guard.
It's like the Queen of England.
Nim, roll me history check at advantage. DC, we'll call it 15. It's not necessarily something you would automatically know. So if anybody were to ask you why she's basically being queen beed around, you actually know that her husband, Lord McGilligan, is one of the most prestigious paladins that have ever come out of the Order. So by proxy, you know, both of them being quite old, she's basically been hand and foot with these paladins since many of them were squires themselves. Hence why she insists that they guard Valenfort, because she knows she can keep an eye on them and manage them more than either some kind of hired protection detail from the Ten Crests or the actual army itself that would guard, like, the Empress's palace.
So what I'm hearing is her husband is the elegance guy.
Elegance.
Elegance! Oh,
And that's just a habit random paladins pick up. So there's a ridiculous amount of paladins of eloquence.
Eloquence and elegance is just carved into pillars on the walls as
Luck
mantras.
and pluck.
Is right? I could.
Did you say luck and pluck?
Yes.
Fucking die.
No.
But yeah, no, you three want to catch up on anything?
Did you find any instruments?
Yeah, I did. I was gonna look over to Kella. I don't know what it's called.
Nor do I. We weren't exactly greeted by anyone willing to explain anything to us.
Especially not about the instrument.
Indeed.
Well, what did they look like?
Kella describes it.
Nim, who lives here? What are they, DM?
Well, I think Kjell should make a roll to see how well she's capable of describing it. I just have to figure out what kind of check would be best for that. Mr. Codiem, what would you say a memory check for describing something would most likely be?
I mean, I don't think that's the kind of thing you'd have to roll about, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, they saw it like less than 4 hours ago.
Really? I thought most I mean, there's things that, like teleportation, where you have to roll to see how well you remember something. And that's
But
interesting.
teleportation requires... a rule for things because it's like weird Wiccan shit where you have to like know someone's name, have a lock of their hair, and what
Yeah.
shoe size they are.
Or be really familiar with the area.
Yella does not know the shoe size of this instrument.
But I mean,
Ah,
if we're
shucks.
if y'all is giving a generalized idea of its vague shapeness and sound,
I don't even remember if we gave it.
You never decided, and it sounds like you still haven't.
yeah, I remember I asked and you said you would think on it.
Well, it always pays to try and remind me.
That's true.
Especially since I'm still battling with every facet of this institution and university, and that consumes most of my brain process and physical and mental energy for the day. So.
No, I get it. Just, I've also been dealing with a lot of shit. And
Yeah.
that's literal.
Yeah. Here's the new thing. I don't know if I ever mentioned this to
want to
any of you. I
fucking
might have mentioned
cry.
it to you, Ed. The Health and Wellness Center got their automated system listing me as non-compliant because they want the dates in which I received my measles, mumps, rubella alternative. I already gave them the dates for the standard immunization that I got when I was like 1 year old. Now, I don't expect anybody here to be a healthcare professional, but can you tell me any reason that you would receive both the standard combined immunization vaccination and the alternatives for the same diseases?
Yeah, you're collecting the Infinity Stone.
Fucking apparently.
People keep faking those, actually. It's been a really big problem.
I don't know why that would matter, though, because they have a copy of the immunization card and the dates. I can't give them the dates to an alternative that I never received because I would have never received it. Because that probably would have either made me really sick or killed me. As it happens when you start mixing, matching vaccinations like the Flintstones vitamin gummies.
Man, Flintstone vitamin gummies just hit different when you're like 3 years old.
Oh, was never 3.
Same.
Wow. Started life at 4 years old. You overachievers. You
No, I
lost-
just skipped it.
Uh-huh.
I was 4 twice.
You repeated a year?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm owed one.
Ah, damn.
I hand the IOU to the Grim Reaper to give an extra year.
Jade was
Ooh.
held forward and then held back.
Yeah.
Jade got stick shifted through the years. Manual transmission style.
The year shifter.
Oh,
That's me.
oh my god. If I ever have a campaign with cars and wondrous items in it, I 100% should have a vehicle that's like the Back to the Future DeLorean, except the transmission shifter is called the year shifter. Oh, that'd be so stupid.
I'll play it if I can get Sweet JP's Trans Am.
I'll think about it.
I guess I will too.
I also expect you to play in all of my campaigns. Because
I have demands to meet.
you're a smell. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah, the instrument.
Yes. Do instruments of torture count?
Insert instrument name here, future DM. Yeah,
I expect to go back to this and just see like a text to speech just go the Ruckenmeyer,
the Ginkle do.
the Ginkledoo, powered by Crystal.
You know, now that I said that, that's probably going to end up being the name of it, but that's for future me to determine. The real name is insert name here. Yeah, so...
You can get that from any old place, so yeah. Do you like it, or did you
I tried it. It really seemed to click. Speaking of clicks, I'm sorry, miss. I didn't think I got your name. Gonna talking to Nim's
Why is that
headmaster.
speaking of clicks?
Because it clicked in his head.
No, clicks, and then he's gonna start making like handgun gestures with his hands.
That makes it 15% less clear.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I'm trying to ask Miss Headmaster where we can go to get our weapons. It's a process.
Oh, was he asking Magellan? I thought he was asking.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't care about British Nim.
You know, that's fair, but for some reason I thought he was asking British Nim what her name was.
Put out a chart.
Yeah, as they,
Samson can't do that.
as you guys kind of stop in the entrance lobby of the whole outfit, she just stops what she's saying to one of the pilots. Oh, yes! Obviously they are going to need their weapons back. But, man, they're unlicensed. And, obviously, there is a lot of things at work here. And if need be, I will figure out how to sign them their licenses. I do have that power for at least one of them now, don't I?
I
Yes, ma'am.
really expect Samson and Hyala to be like right behind her, going like, "Nah, nah, 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 you cannot stop us."
Internally.
One's
Right.
internally, one's externally.
Is Samson doing it externally?
Part of me wants to because it'd be hilarious. Another part of me doesn't want to. Because
If
this lady's
Yella
already
notices, she'll just kind of like step to obscure him from their view.
And then he leans over past a second person.
Samson's
Then Yella
not enough.
leans.
Samson's not enough of a shonen character.
Tragic.
He's not?
No, he's a D&D character, which means he's well written.
Whoa.
I said, having written him.
Whoa.
Whoa, you believe your own character to be well written?
I try.
Wow, what a mangaka. Real artiste.
I am a writer after all.
Mangaka-san!
I mean, if you want to not be scared, I could play more solitaire.
That's more.
No, that's traumatizing.
Yeah.
But yeah, after a few short minutes, all of your belongings will be returned to you in a very nice and pristine chest. You just pop open the lid and everything was put away with care, even cleaned up a bit.
No, all of my grime. It was supposed to remind me of home.
We can get them regrimed somewhere.
You can grind them on the way. A little bit of
That's
spit
not Parisian
here.
grind.
Get a little bit of blood here. Gonna have Zanzibar teleport you back to Varisa so you could just take your guns and jam them in the dirt for like 5 minutes.
Like soup.
I thought you said like soup.
I did.
Why do you want noodles and softened carrots shoved into your gun?
Num num.
Also bits of chicken.
Num num.
Sounds like a full course meal, homie.
Num num.
Ah, eat the gun.
It's
Sorry.
part of the authentic Varisian experience. If you've never had a gun once, you're not Varisian.
I'd hate to see how they cut the gun into bite-sized pieces.
With a knife.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. A mystical knife that could just slice steel. Those Varisians, they sure know how to fold table knives so so they can cut through steel beams. Every single knife in Varises is shaped like a katana.
That'd be fucking cool.
Hyala looks at not Nim and is like, so how did the talk go?
I think it went rather well. Just took a while, you know?
Yeah,
I hope I didn't keep you guys waiting too long.
not at all. It gave us time to go and look at the instruments until we were a bit interrupted, as you can see.
You know, I have to say I didn't think that happened. So, sorry about that. Well, not sorry.
Your fault.
I said that sucks.
Skill issue.
Mm-hmm.
So,
good, I guess?
Skill issue. Good. Get good, I guess.
Skill
But
issue,
you guys
I
ran
reckon.
better. You know? Thought you were good at your jobs, but it's not. Anyway, sorry.
No, it's fine. You're in character.
Damn, fake Nim acts more like a heart than real Nim does.
Called putting up a front. Duh.
I know.
But yeah, then we'll just go, huh. Well, hopefully next time we're here goes better.
Oh, speaking of getting arrested, that reminds me.
Of what?
Oh, one of the paladins had something really cool, and I wanted to pick her brain about it.
Look at you making friends.
Everywhere I go.
What if you just stop?
He's gonna give a wink.
Did you hear what I said?
Not at all. And neither
What
did
if you stopped? No, it doesn't actually say that.
Oh, she should.
No.
That'd be so fucking funny.
I'm having trouble translating what she said.
What if you stop
Stopped
Making
what?
friends.
making friends everywhere you go?
Oh god! Oh god! What if you stopped?
What if you stopped?
But anyway, yeah. Conversation continues. But not by Nim, so.
So what you're saying is she stopped?
Stopped.
Stop.
So, you got your items, your name is cleared for now. Questions, comments, concerns from the
Where are we
characters?
going?
Oh yeah, I guess since our job's in here, what's our next step?
Guessing that between each other or to an NPC?
That's between each other.
Okay,
But if
just
there's
making sure.
an NPC...
He asks the guard that.
Hey, where should we go from here now that we turned our lives around?
Yeah, remember, you're my friend now. I decided that just now, so...
You don't get a say in the matter.
He throws his arm around
Yeah.
the buddy. Hey, so what do you think we should do?
He's like, you want to go get them drinks now? I did say we go get drinks.
I did in fact say we go get drinks. Does McGilligan give her name?
Yeah, because Samson asked and then she never said anything.
Because we got off topic.
Oh yeah, I completely. Yeah, she would have introduced herself when you asked, but I completely got sidetracked and never actually got her to say that. So.
Well, no, the sidetracking was in character, because
Yeah.
Yala was confused by the line of questioning, so Samson jumped right to the relevant question instead of the formalities that came
Yeah.
first.
It was like, hey, formality. And everyone got confused. He's like, fine, we'll do this the Samson way.
But yeah.
Oh well, if that's the case, you can always ask her again.
I'm sorry, Miss, Headmaster Lady. What was her name again?
And trying to break away from yet another paladin that is taking the opportunity of her being here to pick her brain on something. She's like, oh, yes, my dearest apologies. Mabel McGilligan, headmaster of Valenfort Academy for the Magical Arts. And she'll take her hat off and cross it and then politely curtsy to you.
Hell of a name.
Yeah, monograms real well. MM? Fucking perfect.
Eminem.
I love M&M's. They're my favorite.
Oh my god! Kudo meets Mabel! She becomes Naminam! Naminam!
Woo.
It's my runner.
Grandma! Naminam! 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 Oh, I don't think I'm ever gonna forget that clip of like the little baby kid who just gets M&Ms from somebody for Halloween. She just looks into the bag. She's like, "I love you." No, you say thank you. No, Mama, she gave me M&Ms. I love her. Oh, kids are great.
Sometimes.
It's the parents that are the problem.
No, sometimes kids just suck.
Yeah.
Anywho. So yeah, you have now officially and formally been introduced to Headmaster McGilligan. Congratulations. Tick it off on your bingo sheets, everybody.
Oh. Man, I'm never get bingo with these things.
Samson, that's not a bingo card.
Are you sure?
That's a stamp sheet from the local department store.
Oh. See, here I was thinking I just needed 3 more visits to get another line.
It's 3 more visits and you get 15% off. Look at the back.
I thought the 15% off was what you get for winning bingo.
It's not bingo.
Oh my god.
I'm
Is
so
it bad that I
confused.
kind of wish Nim just sounded like this all the time?
Yes, my voice is great. Fight me.
Woo!
I'm not saying I wish you sounded like this all the time. I just am saying I think the accent would really fit Nim.
So, I don't know if you've noticed, but I have not said a consistent accent every time I've spoken. It's been a slightly different one.
I mean, yeah, that happens when you talk in an accent. Would
Whoa.
know, have done this accent for 20 months.
Yeah,
What's an
would know,
accent?
have done multiple accents for 20 months. Sometimes you just gotta accept that it's going to slip in and out, and as long as you keep it within range, you're good.
Nah. So anyway,
Listen, you try being a male
bingo
and then
bank.
trying to voice a female character. Every time you hear it back, it sounds awful and you want to hate yourself.
I would have
I
a
never
reverse problem. You realize that, right?
What'd you say?
I'd have the reverse. A female voice would always sound more natural to me than a male voice.
I know, I just didn't feel like weighing out all the outcomes. But, like, you're playing a female character.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
In this campaign, you do.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
See, they get it. So anyway, we've been introduced.
So, from the looks of it, it seems like you got quite the cred amongst these, paladins.
Indeed. From them to the royal palace to Valenfort, I have lived a very long life and dealt with many things. And she just takes one finger and starts rubbing one of her temples slightly. Though I suppose it is true, with age comes experience. And with experience comes wisdom.
See, I told you, Samson, old people are wise. That's cowboy acting and bucket.
Old people are wise.
Yeehaw, I say.
Yeehaw, and all the
It's
things the
absolute
Americans say.
Hogan.
Absolutely Pogan. Twitch streamer Brit. No.
Hogan,
Yeah.
you twat. Anyway.
No, Kappa.
Take that! I got a
Back in the
victory royale, you twat!